everybody out there in Sasquatch land. This is Jim and Josh with You Don't Know Squatch.
Coming in from the heart of Bigfoot country in Colorado.
That's right.
So how's it been going with you today?
Good. Hey, we had a great weekend at the store, Memorial Day weekend, and lots of business, lots of great conversations, and tons of people going through the museum. It was a good weekend.
Yeah, it looked like we had a gig out at this ranch, and the traffic was
insane as usual.
So it's such a nice. It's good to have a nice place to stop.
It is
Sasquatch Outpost in Bailey, Colorado.
It is.
It's like the middle ground. So I've been meaning to bring it up to you. We gotta thank Squatchable.com.
Absolutely.
Our producer Stephanie Cantu has been telling us we got a lot of traffic for coming over.
We did. They pulled one of our videos from our You Don't Know Squatch website and got a ton of clicks from that video. So thank you, Squatchable, for featuring one of our videos on your site. Yeah,
and you got to check them out. If you got a sighting to report, other than reporting it here, that's a good place to report it as well.
Yep, absolutely. So we're grateful for all that publicity that we're getting.
Yeah, it's been nuts. I just cannot believe it. So I've been reading the headlines a little bit, so you know what that means, right?
Yep.
It's time for the headlines.
Go for it.
All right, so I found this. It's actually a story I found on the news, backtracked it to several sites, but we're getting our information right now from the Bigfield Researchers Organization website. And this is the famous Jacob photos. Yeah. I feel like this wasn't too long ago. 2007.
2007, so 12 years ago in Pennsylvania.
So, what do you think about this? The guy had a trail cam out.
And he was actually trying to see what game was coming in.
Not even looking for Bigfoot.
Not looking for Bigfoot. He had a salt lick out there, and he had some scent, like doe scent or something that he put in the area as well to see what deer he could attract. So, not looking for Bigfoot.
Now, the really interesting, and I really love the layout of this website, the way they did it. They did it for you and I in mind, the skeptic and the believer.
Yeah.
It has all of their photos, and 3 of the photos include baby cubs in the frame.
Right.
And now, in one of the photos,
which is totally what he was probably looking for. That kind of photo.
And then in the photo, another creature comes in with the baby cubs there.
Oh, that's right. I can see the baby cubs still.
And it looks like... Don't know.
I'd say it looks like a chimpanzee to me.
Do you think it looks apish?
It does, because it's long arms, long legs. Does not look like a bear.
All right. So on this website, they actually do have another photo down, if you scroll down, with a bear with mange. It's right underneath the. They have a picture of an ape there too, so you can see it. And my thing is, it does to me look like a bear with mange.
Well, yeah, but it's too skinny for one. So if you look at the third photo, where this creature is almost getting ready to do a headstand. You see what I'm talking about? He's bending right over. Looks like maybe it's smelling something on the ground, but its head is almost at its feet. I mean, it's bent double completely. It looks to me like somebody who was that flexible, standing, looking between their legs at something behind them.
Huh.
That's as, to me, it's what it looks like, but it doesn't. Yeah, if it's a bear, why is it making that strange move with its head on the ground, its butt up in the air? Just, again, the photos are fuzzy enough that
it's questionable.
If he had a real clear camera, we wouldn't be asking these questions. It would be obvious.
Do you think that's Sasquatch in these pictures?
I don't know. If it's a bear, it's a very strange, long-legged, skinny bear. I don't know, but
I mean,
it's just really hard to say.
Pennsylvania is a known.
It is.
It's like you have a lot of reports coming out of that area,
You
and
do.
I like how they broke it down later. They actually showed the height, distance. Serious guys, you should really check out this webpage on this.
But whatever it is, let's say it's a Sasquatch. It's a young Sasquatch because it's not very big.
All right.
So you can see it in relation to the bear cub in the second photo. It looks to me like this thing may be, because it's on all fours, both photos, and we know that young Sasquatch will do that. They'll go on all fours.
Okay.
They don't necessarily walk upright all the time. I would guess, I mean, just looking at that tree, bent over, this thing may be 4 feet tall, something like that. What would you guess?
Yeah. The most I'd say.
It's not a 7-foot creature
No,
bending
it's
over.
not.
It's not at all.
Yeah. I don't understand why the cubs are still there though. I mean, if it's this other foreign creature to them,
That's true. The
like,
cubs
or
stay
where's
there.
the mom? You know, the cubs running around the woods. Like, where's
Right.
the mama fighting Bigfoot?
Yeah, where's
here?
the mom? Because these are young cubs. These are not independent age cubs.
Which you mentioned. You also mentioned the weight thing about if it's a bear, it's a skinny bear.
Right.
But I kind of feel like that would justify her weight. If she has 3 cubs, she's got to take care of. She's obviously feeding them, you know. She would be a little.
Maybe, but that's too small. That creature is too small to be a mama bear. Even an emaciated female bear, sow, that's just a weird picture. A couple of weird pictures that, unfortunately, are not clear enough to be able to say, yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah.
It's too fuzzy. The bears, you can tell, are bears. There's no question. This thing, there's enough ambiguity where you're like, I don't know what that is. I really don't.
There are. I just. This wouldn't be my, like, I'm convinced.
This is
photos.
not the smoking gun photo.
No. I
No
feel
smoking gun for Josh.
This
here.
one raises more questions than it does answer.
Everything raises questions for you, dude. What are you talking about?
But yeah, this is actually, this picture is getting as famous as the Patterson Gimlin.
Well, listen, to be fair, I can't say what this is. I would never say this is a Sasquatch. All I can say is, boy, it does not look like a bear.
Does look apish.
Does look apish, like a chimp or something. That's all you can say. I mean, that's all. Unless somebody has a better image, because apparently this person that took, or whose camera this is,
I believe his name is Rick Jacobs.
Rick Jacobs. Yeah,
It'd be cool to have Rick Jacobs on.
yeah, I would actually. We ought to see about. It's been a long time. See if he's still.
We can see if we can get our super producer on that.
Yeah,
See
get
if
our
she can
super producer to contact Rick at Jacobs, but to see what he thinks it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure his images, these have been copied a billion times. What his first level photos looked like. They look different than this, I'm sure. Coloration, lighting, everything. I'm sure he has much clearer images. I would love to know what he thinks.
Oh, hey! And on this website, we actually have their contact info. We're gonna have to reach out to him.
Really?
Yeah,
we will.
So he has email. I don't know if the family is connected with them, but his email is BFRO, like
Is
it's
it?
the Bigfoot Research Organization.net. And we got to reach out to him and find out. I want to hear from him. Like,
Yeah. Let's go to the source whenever we can.
so you guys are gonna have to stand by for that one. We might have a follow up for this one, but I'd like to know what you guys think out there.
Yep.
Yeah, to me it looks like a bear.
Well, to me, it looks more like that gorilla in the picture than it does the mangy bear.
Now, is this an instance in the researcher community that you guys go to?
This what are you talking about? This
The
website?
actual Jacobs photo.
I haven't talked about this. I've known of these photos for a long time, but I've never discussed them with another researcher as far as what they think it is. So, but there's a lot of all that says is there's a lot of data out there, that way more data than many people are willing to admit. This is just one of thousands of videos, audios, testimonies, all those kinds of things. That's just provides a backbone of structure, of evidence that anybody could turn to. I mean, you have to look a lot on the internet to find everything. There's stuff is hidden at different websites and everything. Unfortunately, as Bigfoot researchers, we're not the best at working together. We get territorial. We think someone's kind of infringing on our research areas. But if we all had our brains together and were cooperating, we could come up with an incredible database of information.
Hey, and I feel like we're making kind of strides towards that. We've been having a lot of people on from different areas.
Yeah.
You know, like collecting their information. So that...
It could still happen.
Do you know, actually, this is from Pennsylvania, and I was going to ask you about this, too. We shared this cool-looking event. It's a Sasquatching event in Pennsylvania. I wonder if they do it in the same area. But it's a researcher kind of event. They actually camp out all together, and they have their
Where is
conference.
this?
It's in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Also in Pennsylvania, okay.
We'll be sure to share it, post that to this episode.
So they do kind of group expeditions.
Yeah, they go. Okay. I think it's kind of like a research festival.
Okay.
Maybe we can reach out to somebody and have them on and explain it, because I'd like to know if they do it in the same place.
Well, there's so many conferences now, Bigfoot conferences, that are being put on around the country, but there's still that much interest. Those conferences keep growing because there's so many people that want to talk about Bigfoot and hear stories about Bigfoot and look at evidence of Bigfoot. And it's a phenomenon in this country that I can't explain, but 10 years or 20 years ago, if you were to tell someone a story about a sighting, they would laugh at you and think, oh, you're such a crackpot. You know? But now it's become almost the acceptable social norm. If somebody has seen a Bigfoot, the response people give is, really? Wow, that's quite a story. So the mood is changing. The stigma of Bigfoot research and as being a joke has definitely shifted in the past 5 years in this country, where people, you get a lot of skeptics, but you get people more and more who are like, maybe, I had someone write me a note in the museum on the comment cards this week or this weekend that said, love the museum. You've made this diehard skeptic gal a definite maybe after going through the museum. So that makes me happy when someone adjust their viewpoint. But as far as these photos go, bro, can't say. We gotta see if we can get a hold of Jacobs. Maybe he's got some clearer images we could get our hands on to look at.
Yeah,
never hurts to ask, huh?
I wonder what kind, because these photos came out in 2007. I wonder what kind of impact that had on the Squatching
at that
community.
Time. Yeah,
if it kind of built up, like I was saying, they have those festivals now. Speaking of festivals, that's a good segue. You know where I heard it's a good place to hear information on Bigfoot and all things
Where's that?
related? The Mile High Mystery Conference. That's coming
Absolutely.
up, right?
Coming up in September.
Yeah, I just had to make sure we plug that again. I can't wait. I might actually make it out to Green Mountain Falls.
Awesome.
Check that out.
Well, the milehighmysteryconference.com is our website. You can register on that site. There is limited space, so I would encourage our listeners who want to attend that, which is happening in Green Mountain Falls, Colorado, which is halfway between Manitou Springs and Woodland Park, the little town of Green Mountain Falls. But you can get a hotel in Woodland Park or Manitou Springs, and you're right there. You're close enough.
And what an awesome place to actually stay.
Yeah.
It's like
sure.
Going there to that conference to me would be like a vacation.
There you go.
That seems like it's very... It's nice.
So, encourage you to register early because we're limited to about 230 to 250 people, and we will get that many this year. I promise.
I believe it for sure. So, we're going to have to come back to this one, though. I would say the Jacobs photos to kind of get a definite answer. But, have you seen any Bigfoot movies lately?
Yeah. Yeah, you wrote me about one that you thought was an awesome movie, which I hate.
So you know what that means.
Squatch at the Box. So tell me about this movie you like so much, Josh.
All right, so I like it. Okay, from all the
Come on.
seen,
You like it. Admit it.
I do. I like from all the Bigfoot movies that we've seen so far. This is the best produced one.
Okay,
I would say.
Talking from a production.
Production. That's that's me.
That's you, Mr. Producer.
It did have like a lot of.
So what movie? What is it? Which one is it?
It's the Big Legend.
Big Legend. Okay.
And it. Okay, story wise, yes, there's holes.
Big Legend or Big Loser? No, sorry.
Well, according to IMDb, I would say it's Big Loser because it only came in, at 4.5.
So Big Legend. So what's Big Legend a story about?
So this guy, apparently, John Rambo is what it seems like. They never get into it, but his wife, they're on a camping trip. He's about to propose to her. Yeah, fiance. He's about to propose to her. Somehow, he walks away to go pee or something, and he hears his wife screaming, getting dragged away in a tent. So, Bigfoot likes bag lunch, first of all.
Pretty classic bad Bigfoot theme. So, anyway, she's gone. So what happens?
So he gets mad and he comes back with vengeance after being locked into a insane asylum.
Yeah, he actually goes to an asylum. I thought, really?
Why would you go to jail if you went with your fiance?
Yeah, exactly. I guess because they figure he did it. So he goes back and he's going to get Bigfoot.
And then the movie turns into Predator, and I love that. It's this Army Ranger type dude in the wood, hunting and about to throw down with Bigfoot. I mean, he
meets this other guy.
For some reason, he's
out there, and you never can. Josh and I both think, okay, this guy must have been a major financial contributor to the movie, because why else is he in this movie? It doesn't even make any sense what he's doing out there. Bad actor. I mean, the Rambo character, he's not a bad actor. I'll give you that. But this other guy he meets in the woods, I'm like, seriously? What's this guy doing in the woods anyway? By himself? Yeah.
It is weird. And he was, I don't know. Yeah.
And the other guy keeps saying, he keeps making reference to this entity or something. He won't ever say it, and this creature or whatever. And you're like, well, go ahead and just say it, dude. We know you're talking about Bigfoot. So
do they ever actually? I don't remember them saying Bigfoot or Sasquatch.
I don't remember if they did.
I remember him saying the big man.
So here's Big Man. There you go. Here's the classic bad Bigfoot movie elements. 1, couple goes camping, have sex in the tent. She gets drug off. Yeah, that always happens. 2, bad acting. 3, the Bigfoot character just didn't convince me. It looks like a dude with bad hair day. And then, of course, you have to have Bigfoot munching on the other guy, blood all over the snow. The hero, quote unquote, comes on this scene, and this guy's just getting ripped apart. And
as far as though, there was the sex scene wasn't a sex scene. It was just a nod to the way they used to do it with Innuendo.
It was a nod.
Yeah,
but they had to have it in there. It's.
Because what else is a couple going to do out in the woods?
But you always get eaten by Sasquatch when you go have sex with your fiancée in the woods.
Or you get murdered by Jason's mom.
Okay, there you go.
But, there were elements that I,
But there was a Predator where he's going to throw down with Bigfoot.
Yeah, right. that was the end. Okay, that was ridiculous. I'm not saying that it's, a greatest... I'm not saying this is, Unforgiven or... Right. Anything like that. I'm just saying, production-wise, from what we've seen, this has been the better movie.
Okay,
I'll go with that. I'm not going to give it 5 stars by any means. My favorite part at the end was the Avengers nod. I swear, where the Nick Fury character comes in and says, "We're putting together a team."
We're putting together a team. Really? Okay.
So, are we going after the Loch Ness Monster next?
Right. Yeah. What's next? Because I can't remember. Did he kill Sasquatch in this one?
I feel like he did. It's because we just watched a similar movie. You know?
It is. I can't remember if they actually killed him or left it open for a Big Legend 2 movie, or, you know.
I feel like he died.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there were elements that I was excited to tell you about that I was like, hey, it's just like what you guys talk about. The knocking.
Okay, yes, we did have tree knocking.
All right, and there was some rock throwing in there.
There was yep.
We didn't see him brutalize a dog, which I was bummed about, because I'm always waiting for that. Even as a dog owner, I just, it's this trope with Bigfoot that we keep going on.
Yes.
I can't get my head around why Bigfoot's a dog hater, man.
Yeah, he hates dogs. But hey, listen, all things considered, of all the Bigfoot movies we've looked at, it wasn't the worst. I'll give you that. It's not the best. It's not going to be anything like our movie, which let's segue into a quick update on Backwoods.
Coming soon.
So just to our listeners, if you haven't checked out our Kickstarter site for Backwoods, please, you can go to Kickstarter.com. You can put in Backwoods or Jim Myers or Rob Wagner and look up the page, and it gives some explanation, gives a promo, talks about the different award levels.
Yes.
We're looking for investors.
You know, and we actually have investors on the page.
We do.
And it's really cool that you guys are giving them stuff for
everybody
donating.
that puts any money towards this project gets something back.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yep.
And it's, you know, it's going to like indie filmmakers. This is a struggle. You know,
Sure.
Anytime raising money is a struggle, and we all like. I mean, not even speaking for Rob or anything, but all filmmakers. This is the part we hate. Politicians love
trying
it.
to come up with the money to make your movie.
Politicians love begging for money. We absolutely hate it.
No, we don't like it.
But yeah, I mean, we have got a great audience out there. It'd be great for you guys to be part of this with us. We're going to do our best to make this just a outstanding feature.
Outstanding feature movie. And our goal, all things being equal, would be to film later this summer and have our editing and everything done by December 31st. That all depends on getting the funding to make the movie. So, if you're at all interested and you want to be a part of a groundbreaking Bigfoot movie, then please check out the Kickstarter page and make an investment.
Yeah, and you can find out all the information about the Kickstarter page from our website.
Yep.
Besides, you know, actually just going there. If you guys forgot, or just, you know, we'll make sure we put a hyperlink up on the page so you can go directly there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I think it's going to be it's going to be a lot of fun to make, and we got a good team put together to make it. So, hey, let's not let a little money stand in our way, right?
So, I was actually going to make a suggestion here on air.
What's that?
Let's announce the next movie we're going to do right now.
Okay.
So maybe the audience can send in questions or thoughts.
Okay.
About this. So I can't believe we haven't done it yet, Jim. Let's do Harry and the Hendersons.
We didn't do Harry yet?
No, we talked about doing Harry and the Hendersons, and we said we got to get there. But
let's talk about Harry and the Hendersons.
I think it's available on Netflix.
My favorite Bigfoot movie, bar none. So let's talk about it. You can cut it apart. I like it. So we'll discuss Harry and the Hendersons next time.
Yeah. So guys, watch the movie, and we'll get to you on that.
Yep.
Also, you know, we're coming to the end of the show now. So I mean, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we've been doing great on all those. But we'd love to have you part of the family too, if you haven't subscribed yet. So please do so.
And your reviews, 4-star, 5-star reviews, help a great deal.
Oh, it's been
great. Gets our name out there.
You know, we're actually sitting on 4.5.
4.5. Awesome.
On iTunes. You can't appease everybody.
Can't appease everybody.
But 4.5% of everybody, hey, that's pretty cool.
You gotta have the Joshes out there, you know, who aren't gonna give you a full 5 stars.
But. Hey, but we have room for the Joshes here too.
We do.
Like, so even if you have a
if you're a skeptic, if you just enjoy the show,
we would love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
So I guess we're running a little short on this one today, but That's no problem. Moving on to the next one.
Yep. And we've gone long in the past.
Yeah. So this is making up for it.
Making up for it. Cool.
So we hope everybody had a great Memorial Day. And I guess until next time.
Oh, I got to tell you a quick story.
Hey, good thing I didn't actually press play on the thing yet.
Good story. In our store, this gal came in. I won't say her name because I don't remember her name. But she came in and she was buying some Bigfoot swag. And she said, you know what? She said, my brother and his friend were hunting in Buena Vista 20 years ago.
Whoa.
And she said they hadn't experienced this. Really? Tell me about it. She goes, okay, I'll tell you because he probably won't, even though I really strongly encouraged her to get in touch with me so that I could get the story from him or from his friend. But this is her second person perspective. But she said they went hunting. They killed a buck. I think it was a buck. They killed a deer, either way. They went back to their vehicle, left the deer there. They were going to come back and field dress it and everything. They came back and there was something standing over the deer. And at first they thought it was a bear, and then they realized that is no bear. I guess it stood up. So they went back to the vehicle to get their cameras, as any person thinking about what they're doing would do. Came back again, only to see it now dragging the deer away. They took the deer completely, took the whole deer. But it was, I guess, too far away maybe for them to get a shot of it. But it took the deer and they watched it drag it away. I don't know if it drug it or if it put it over its shoulder, whatever. It took the deer.
You know, that's something I never established for you before. I never, until now. Now it's obvious, but I never knew if they're carnivores or herbivores.
I think they're omnivores.
Omnivores, they do both.
They eat berries. I know for sure they eat berries and fruit, and they clearly eat meat. So they weren't going to chase after it, trying to get their kill back. So they went to the nearest town, found a ranger, brought him out to see this site and told him what they saw. And apparently his response was, well, that must have been a bear. And these guys have been hunting, I assume, for a long time. And they're like, no, we know what a bear looks like. That was not a bear. Well, it had to be a bear. They're like, how come there's no bear tracks here? How come, So they met with skepticism, even though both of these guys saw the same thing. Both of them said a Bigfoot took our deer kill. So I thought that was a cool story. I hope one of these days I can get one of these guys to tell me the story themselves so we can put it on our website and put a pin on our map. But I thought that was a really cool story.
I wonder if there's any data ranger station like we could try to get from them. It's just down the road.
Yeah, BV is just down the road. They weren't. I don't know how close they were to BV. That was the nearest town that she could remember from the story. So that's not very far from here.
No. You know what else I forgot to do actually too is for the last episode we didn't plug anything either. We forgot to plug.
Well, plug away, my friend.
Okay. This time I'd like to plug. It was a great book when I read it. It's actually called The Hot Zone. And they made a show for Nat Geo about it. It is what it is. It's just about biological, like diseases that. Like, God, I want to say the Hamburg
Hot Zone. Okay.
But anyway, it's about these outbreaks happening, and it's real life. It's based on true story. And when I read the book, I was like, God, they got to make this a movie, and they finally did. So I was excited about that.
Cool.
What you got?
Let's see. Plug today. I would plug. We sell a lot of books in our store, and we have a new author that we just started carrying. His name is John Kuykendall, I think is how he pronounced it. Kuykendall. And he's written several books. We're carrying his most recent book. And I'm having a brain fart. Can't remember the title of the book. I can't believe that. But check John Kuykendall on... He's got his stuff on Amazon, I think Barnes & Noble. But I like to plug our authors when we start carrying their books, and he's one of them. So that's my plug for today.
All right, and you know what? Once you do think of it, we'll go ahead and we'll put the link in this episode thing so they can go straight to it.
I can get that. I can get that right away.
So, hey, I'm glad we remembered to do the stuff we were supposed to do, so we're actually on time now.
Good. Okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to us, even though we're goofy sometimes, apparently. We can't wait to hear from you guys. Please reach out, of course, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And until next time, everybody.
You don't know Squatch.